And if you have to adjust a little bit to the right or left so you don't bump into anybody, that's okay. You can adjust your lines a little bit. At this time, I'd like you to take your advanced brown belt off. Make space. Put your junior black belt a little ways away from you. Make space like you've done so many times before. Take your advanced brown belt off. Fold it up. And set it down in front of you, closest to you. You don't have to fold it perfectly. And I'd like you to look over your shoulder and look at all those belts behind you. I know it's a long twist, but you guys are fit. See where you've been and where you're going. So you can look back this way now. How many of you guys remember being a white belt? Yeah, very cool. A long time ago, right? And then eventually you got your first tip on your belt, and then your red tip, and your gold belt, and here you are, going for your junior black belt. And I tell you what, it's been a long journey, and I know you guys along the way, there's been challenges probably coming to class, probably maybe not sure of the material at one point or another, but you all stuck it out. And I'd like you to show respect to your old belt by just touching your head down to your old belt. And switch and put your new belt in front of you. And before we bow into our new belt, I want to remind you that getting a junior black belt is a privilege and it's an honor, but more than either of those, this is a responsibility. Okay, from this day forward, when people hear, oh, you do martial arts, you're a junior black belt, they're always going to look at you a little different. You know, not only your friends, but the parents of your friends. And it's really up to you. You represent martial arts to your community. You represent your instructors and your school. And so that doesn't mean you're perfect. It just means you're striving to be the very best person you can. And what is a black belt? It's someone that holds himself to a bit higher standard than other people. And so you're not just a black belt twice a week for 45 minutes. This is something 24/7. Just like you expect a lot out of your instructors, the same thing applies for you now. And if you're willing to accept that responsibility, touch your head down to your new belt. And go ahead and put it on, stay kneeling as you do. You can come up like so, but nobody stands until we get your belt completed. Take your time. I know it's a little stiff, new belts are like that, but it's worth it. Very cool. Guys, before we stand up, I want to remind you of one other thing. If you were never to do martial arts after today, you'll have accomplished something pretty cool, and that is getting your junior black belt. But I also want to remind you or let you know that the very best training is after black belt. And if you look at any of these instructors over here, I'm going to pick on Renchi Schroeder. Raise your hand, Renchi Schroeder. And Renchi Schroeder, he's been training a really long time, like 30 years in martial arts. And if he's this good now, because he's very good, when he got his junior black belt, that's about where he was. And the best training, not that that's not a high level, but the very best training happens when you continue on. There's something special that happens when a child grows up in a martial arts school. And so I strongly encourage you to continue on your martial arts quest. Take your old belt, put it over your shoulders, please. There we go. And grab your certificate and your t-shirt and stand up if you would. Oh, stay right where we are. There we go. Take a deep breath first. Okay, now let's rise. Bring it up. And face the instructors again. At this time, I would like all of the black belts that are in the audience to come join us. As a matter of fact, have you scoot back just a little bit. All the black belts in the audience, come join us on the instructor side to bow into the black belt oath. Don't worry about the lines now, guys. Just scoot on back, make room for all these other black belts that are trying to come onto the floor. You know who you are. Don't be shy. All right, guys, we are going to recite the black belt oath. When I say state your name, say your name. You guys have it? Take a deep breath in. All right, respond with spirit. I state your name. accept with honor and privilege the black belt, and do hereby swear to uphold the standards of honesty, integrity, courtesy, high moral code, and indomitable spirit. I sincerely pledge to honor my instructors and school with loyalty and support, and to value and carry on the martial arts traditions with respect and dignity. I further pledge, with humility and gratitude, to continue my mental, physical, and spiritual growth to the highest level, to lead by example, and to share what I've learned with others. Just one other comment. If anybody's out there thinking, wow, that looked like fun, you're never too old, you're never too out of shape to train in martial arts. And it's not for everybody. But if you're thinking there, man, that looks like fun, I'd like to give it a try, I strongly encourage you to do so. No one ever regrets training in martial arts. Yes, and by the way, right directly after we bow out, this is Mr. Jim Rouge over here in the far room. Guys, where we did our huddle discussion, he's going to be taking portraits as part of your black belt package. And one of the qualities you get to develop if you decide to get a picture is patience, because you might be in line a little while waiting for your picture, okay? So I encourage you guys to stick around and get your picture taken. You guys have an incredibly great... Well, how about one amazingly big round of applause for these guys? Ladies position, here we go. One call, one slap, make it awesome. Class up. Principles of black belt. I'm led by the principles of black belt. Modesty, courtesy, integrity, presence, courage, and indomitable spirit. What's our goal? Black belt excellence, sir. How do we lead? By example, sir. Thank you, class. Outstanding, guys. Here we go. Have a great